couple things. I don't really have any jokes prepared. I just kind of have stories of my life, and people think they're funny, so I get God's laughing, really. We're going to talk about fads because, like every generation is defined by their crazes, their fads. We're the selfie stick generation, yeah. Just kidding. But something that's really popular right now is like being gluten-free, right? So like everyone wants to be gluten-free, and I have tummy issues, so I'm actually gluten-free. And when people like ask me like, oh, you're being really healthy, you're gluten-free. It's like, no, my tummy just really hurts all the time. So I'm going to the grocery store and starting this gluten-free way of life, not diet, it's a lifestyle. Okay, that's my life, guys. So I'm going through the grocery store shopping with my best friend, Catherine, shout out. And we're in the produce aisle. So I look at a bag of apples, and it says gluten-free on them. I'm like, are you serious? I can eat apples, like, yeah. Bag of oranges, gluten-free. Like, wow, this is so amazing. Just to show you like how much industry is pushed. Like gluten-free, go gluten-free, eat your vegetables. It's the same thing. Another crazy like fad is yoga. Like I wish I could do yoga. I really do. Hands down, props to everyone that does yoga. Actually, you're my rock star. I was reading this BuzzFeed article today because I finished my exams. Woo. And the BuzzFeed article said that going out to like a comedy routine or like a comedy club or a funny movie just to get a good laugh, like it's good. It'll actually have the same effects as meditation. So basically you coming here is like doing yoga, essentially. You're welcome. I took a yoga class because I don't think they wanted me back, but I went and everyone was breathing very like well. I'm there like heaving, like and the lady's asking me to do these crazy positions. She's like, lunge. I'm like, okay. I'm like trying to lunge there and my hips aren't aligned and I'm not doing it right. And then she starts standing on her head and I'm like, wow. I'm like, you expect us to do that? Okay, so everyone's breaths are synchronized, syncopated. I learned that yesterday, syncopated. That's not synchronized. It's fine. Synchronized. Synchronized, everyone's breaths are synchronized. And I'm here trying to lunge with my hips aligned. And everyone is breathing at the same time. And then all of a sudden you hear, like, I got so many nasty looks, guys. Like, it was so bad. And I was like, I'm sorry. My hips don't lie. I don't know what to tell you guys. So they didn't really want me back. At the end of the yoga class, you kind of sit and breathe some more because in case you forgot, you breathe. In case your body doesn't tell you already, breathe. I'm teaching a little bit. I could be a yoga instructor. Let's do this. At the end of the class, you have to calm down, and I'm sweating like a pig. I don't know how I can calm down after trying and falling and not doing well. It was ridiculous. So you lay on your mat and you just breathe. And then I don't remember what else happened because I'm pretty sure I fell asleep. So that would be me teaching a yoga class, except we start with the breathing and the laying down, and it would just be like a 50-minute nap for everyone. I think it would be a good idea. Another craze that's going on is this Hamilton situation. What the heck? So I like Hamilton. I love Hamilton. I tried my best. I'm sorry if I disappointed. Would be the first time. Anyways, this Hamilton craze, I didn't know the ending to Hamilton. I didn't do really well in history. Not because my teacher wasn't good, Miss Gonzalez, you're amazing, but I just didn't pay attention very well. I'm an engineer, I don't need history, so it's fine. At the end, I'm going to spoil it for you. Hamilton dies. I know, crazy. But what I thought, I was like, of course he dies. All our founding fathers died. He died from old age, not a big deal. No, it's crazy. He dies in a duel. And I'm driving up from Miami in my car listening to this crazy musical, and then he gets shot. I'm like, what the heck? He gets shot. I call my mom, Mom, do you know that Hamilton died in a duel? She's like, yes, absolutely. So I'm telling all my friends about this great musical. I'm like, guys, you gotta listen to Hamilton. It's amazing, but the ending will just throw you. Like, it threw me. I almost swerved into traffic. It was crazy. And one of my friends, Catalina, she was like, oh, isn't that the one that died in a duel? I was like, oh my gosh, you heard it already? That's crazy. She's like, no, I knew that from history. I was like, oh, well, I didn't do real good in school. So my mom wasn't very impressed when I told her that story. Sorry, Mom. But she thinks she's like the funniest person in the world. And I don't know, I think she's pretty funny. She thinks she's really funny, and our, what is it called? Our senses of humor don't really align. So I was home for winter break, and I was making hilarious jokes. Like, I was on fire, and it was just, it's like, Mom, can you be a little supportive? Like, just give me something. Nothing whatsoever. Meanwhile, I go to eat dinner with a friend and her family, and everyone's laughing at my jokes. I was like, I knew I was funny. Like, my parents are just not that funny. I don't know. My mom has a special talent. She heals everything. So she heals everything with water. If something's wrong and you're Hispanic, it's because you don't drink enough water. I was like, Mom, I have a really bad stomachache. It's because you don't get enough water. Drink more water, it'll go right away. Mom, not getting any sleep at night, drink more water. Trust me, it'll work. Mom, I have a bad headache, drink more water. Probably, I think that helps. Mom, I was riding my scooter and I fell and I broke my arm. Your bones are weak, you need to drink more water. That's my mom for you. My dad, on the other hand, is like funny, but he doesn't say it very often. And he's really concerned father, quiet, protective, great man. 10/10 recommend getting to know him. I don't know when you would, but I recommend. We love the Taken movies. Have you guys seen the Taken movies? Yeah, so we've seen it so many times, we counted how many people like he hurts. It's kind of crazy. So in this Taken movie, if you haven't seen it, daughter goes away on a vacation and she gets taken. Crazy. Yeah, so sorry to spoil it. So she gets taken, he wins, dad brings her back, go dad. Meanwhile, I'm going to England for spring break to see a friend. My dad, before I leave, he's like, I'm gonna miss you. I'm like, oh, thanks, Dad. And he says, don't get taken. I'm sorry, what? He's like, don't get taken. I'm not Liam Neeson. I do not have a flip phone. I cannot speak different languages. I don't have a set of skills. Don't get taken because you won't be found. I was like, thanks, Dad. I'll keep that in mind. So I get off my plane in England. I made it. Flying by myself. Go me, pat on the back. My mom was so proud. And I am waiting for my friend outside the airport. So I walk out, I was like, how can I possibly get taken? There's so many people here. I walk out of the airport, there's a ton of taxis. I'm like, oh shoot. And I realized I don't have any phone service because I'm in England. Way to go, I didn't think of that one. I don't have Wi-Fi. I don't have a way of communicating to my friend that I'm outside of the airport. That's how people get taken. Don't do that. She found me, I'm here, I'm not taken, you're welcome. I did the best I could. So, if you're going off abroad, mission trips, don't get taken. And finally, my brother, he really wanted to shout out the last time I did this. I didn't talk about him enough. Sorry. Big craze, Star Wars. Have you guys seen Star Wars? Who said no? Because I haven't seen it. Thank you, my little. I haven't seen it either. He loves it. He, growing up, didn't watch it that many, and now he's like reliving his childhood through anime and through Pokemon and whatever, Star Wars. Right. And when the episode like 400 came out, what was the last one? 7? When episode 7 came out, this kid is 18 years old. He's a man, he has more facial hair than I, like, he's a man to me. And when episode 7 came out, I'm home again for a break or something, and he looks at me, and he's like, Nati. What do I do? Like, I have two options. I either, like, crush this kid's dream. He's 18, he's not a kid. He's taller than me, he can probably beat me up. You either crush his dreams, or you play along. And being the horrible sister I was, I played along. So he's like, Nati, and I'm like, and force. Yeah, he has a force, all right. But I think like the biggest comedian of my life, especially, is definitely God. Like I'll be walking and suddenly there's like a branch on the ground I don't see. I'm like, I trip and fall, and he's like, oh, human, you're so silly. So yeah, every time you trip or fall, or you think like, dang it, humanity, or got me again, just think like, God's backing. He's like, I got you, like, don't worry. So that's all I have for you today, guys.